Hello, user testing community. It's Mike McDowell once again from the Solutions Consulting team here at User Testing, back with another tip of the week. Today's tip of the week is going to be all about employee acquisition. We talk about employee engagement a lot. We talk about trying to figure out what are the answers to those really important questions we have from our employees. But one of the things that people often overlook is prospective employees. And I've seen it a lot in the press recently, talks about difficulty hiring the right people from small pools of talent, time to hire, difficulty being overwhelmed by massive amounts of resumes. So thanks goes out to Carson and Jake. They know who they are, who suggested this particular area for a tip of the week. And I'm going to take you through something that I've built that will be very easy for you to replicate. If you're interested in this, just message me in the community. I'm happy to help you build out a copy of this for yourself. So over here, I'm going to switch over to my testing dashboard. And what I'm going to do is if I go here and I say, if I click on create a new test run template, it's going to take me over to the template gallery. And in this case, I'm looking at account templates. And these are just the account templates for my particular test account. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a search for talent. And right here, you can see a test plan that I built out called Talent Acquisition Job Description Study. And you can see it was created by me. So I'm going to use this template. Now it's basically telling me I'm going to test a website or a prototype. I'm going to test a website, and I'm going to use the user testing network. So I'm going to go ahead and say next. Now it's going to take me to my test creation screen where my test plan is going to be populated, and it's going to ask me to select an audience. Now again, I've templated all of this. So it's really easy to use and to replicate. You'll see here, this is a job description study. I'm going to go out and I'm going to vet a job description using a certain group of people to make sure that my job description matches what I'm actually trying to hire. So I'm going to select my audience. And I tell you guys this all the time, that you want to have things that you can reuse. So I'm going to go here and you'll see industry expert to test job descriptions. So I created this one and I'm going to select it, add this, and I want them just using a computer. It's fine. So here I'm testing 3 industry experts, and I want them to test a particular job category. Now, anything that's all caps or you see written like this is where I intend to switch it. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to say, edit this. I've got my age groups here for my industry expert. I use the age 24 because I want to ensure they've got some industry experience. I come down here, United States. This is a US-centric test, but you can test any market that you choose. And then I've got to complete my screener questions. So please choose the option that works best. What is the option that best describes your department or area of responsibility at work? I just need to go in here and I need to, what is my accept option? So in this case, let's just say it's IT. So I want someone who's working in IT. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to say, you noted that you work in, and I just have to change this to information technology. I'm just going to put IT for now. Which area of IT do you work in? And then I have to come in here and fill out these job categories. And let's just say for the sake of argument, I put in a bunch of things like software engineer and hardware engineer, security professional, networking engineer. So I'm going to go ahead and say must select on this one. And then I'm going to come down here and let's just pretend that was a real thing. And then here I'd say you indicated that you work in, let's say it was a security engineer. How many years of experience do you have in this area? And in this case, I already have this one filled out that I want 4 years to 6 or 7 or more years of experience. I want people who are experts, assuming, of course, that that's the amount of experience required for the job. Then I go over here to my test plan summary, and I'm going to edit this, and you'll see that I've got a test plan built out here that say things like, talk about your current role doing, security engineer. How many years have you worked in security engineer? I'm re-asking that question, so I have it as part of the results. Then I take them to a URL. Now, this URL should be the job description that you want to test. So then we come down and we ask them to review the job description, describe back to us in your own words what the job is, talk about the skills and experience required for the job. The minimum requirements for this job are reasonable and what I would expect a security engineer to have. The preferred requirements for this job list reasonable expectations for higher end candidate for a security engineer. And so then we ask some questions about what is one thing you'd add to this requirement to reduce the number of applicants? What's one thing you'd remove to increase the number of applicants? So we want to get feedback on our job descriptions before they actually go live. And in doing so, we can reduce the number of applicants in some cases. It's not uncommon to go to LinkedIn and see that you've got 200 applications after only a couple of hours. Now that is going to be a massive burden for our talent acquisition and our recruiters. So we want to increase the requirements to reduce the number of applicants and increase the quality. So that's a pretty simple way to go ahead and do that. So this was just a high-level overview of something you can do, a test you can build to use the user testing contributor network to find industry experts that already do the job you're trying to hire for, to go and tell you if you're actually recruiting the right way for your open positions. It's a really interesting way to take user testing to provide those answers you need really quickly before you get overwhelmed, because let's face it, 200 job applications, even the ones that make it through the algorithm that filters them down for you to maybe a couple of dozen, that's going to take a recruiter hours and hours and hours, if not days and days and days, to go through. So user testing is a great solution for talent acquisition. It's a great solution for your employee engagement. I'm sure that very few of you are doing anything like this. And it's a really exciting additional way you can be using user testing. And I honestly believe you should be using user testing for this. So I hope to see some more talent acquisition studies. Like I said, if you're interested in these templates, please feel free to message me. I'll help, I'll either replicate it myself for you in your account, or we'll actually try and, lobby to get these made user testing official templates. But until next time, this has been Mike McDowell with your favorite tip of the week.